Have you noticed a loved one becoming more forgetful lately? Maybe they've started repeating the same stories or misplacing their glasses more often. You might have brushed it off as just part of getting older. But what if these subtle changes are actually early signs of something more serious? Something silently developing in the brain? Dementia often creeps in slowly, and many people miss the early warning signs because they can be so easy to overlook. That's why in this video we're going to talk about the silent symptoms of dementia, specifically 6 early red flags that often go unnoticed. These are the signs that could make a world of difference if caught early, giving families more time to prepare, get help, and slow down its progression. If you're a senior or someone who takes care of one, this might be one of the most important health videos you watch today. Let's start with the first silent symptom. Subtle memory lapses that seem normal at first. Everyone forgets things occasionally, like where they put the remote or what day it is. But in early dementia, memory problems go beyond that. A person might forget appointments even after being reminded, or repeat the same question over and over within minutes. They may forget names of people they see every day, or start placing items in very odd places, like putting the phone in the fridge or the keys in the medicine cabinet. At first, it might just seem like a senior moment, but if these lapses become more frequent and begin to interfere with daily routines, it could be more than just aging. The second sign is difficulty doing familiar tasks. Imagine someone who used to be great in the kitchen, now forgetting how to follow a simple recipe. Or a retiree who always managed their household bills but now struggles with paying them on time. It's not just forgetfulness. It's the brain having a hard time organizing steps, following logical sequences, or recalling how to complete tasks they've done for years. This can be incredibly frustrating for the person experiencing it, and they may even try to hide it out of embarrassment. But it's important to recognize this as a possible early warning sign. Third, we need to talk about language difficulties. It's normal to forget a word here and there, but dementia affects a person's ability to express themselves clearly. They may struggle to find the right words, pause often during conversations, or use vague substitutes like that thing instead of saying the actual word. Some may even stop mid-sentence and not be able to continue. Over time, they might become quieter, not because they have nothing to say, but because speaking feels overwhelming and exhausting. This often leads to social withdrawal, which brings us to another warning sign. Number 4 is the mood and personality changes. Dementia doesn't just impact memory, it changes how a person feels and behaves. The usually cheerful senior may suddenly become irritable or anxious. Someone who was once confident might become fearful or suspicious of others, even accusing loved ones of stealing or lying. You may notice a loss of interest in hobbies or neglect of personal grooming. These aren't just signs of aging or a bad day. They may reflect deeper changes happening in the brain, particularly in the areas that control mood and judgment. Fifth is poor decision-making. This may show up in strange or even dangerous ways. For instance, someone might give large amounts of money to telemarketers, forget to turn off the stove, or wear winter clothing in the middle of summer. They may ignore important tasks like taking medications or going to the doctor. This decline in judgment isn't due to laziness or stubbornness. It's because the brain's ability to weigh options and foresee consequences is being impaired. And finally, the sixth silent sign is withdrawing from social activities. People with early dementia may pull away from friends, stop going to church, or avoid family gatherings. They might stop answering the phone or ignore messages. This withdrawal is often mistaken for depression or fatigue, but in many cases, the person is feeling confused or embarrassed about their difficulties and is trying to avoid situations where their symptoms might be exposed. Unfortunately, this isolation can accelerate cognitive decline even further. So what exactly causes dementia? It's important to understand that dementia isn't a single disease. It's a general term for a decline in mental ability that's severe enough to interfere with daily life. The most common cause of dementia is Alzheimer's disease, which involves the buildup of abnormal proteins in the brain that disrupt communication between brain cells. Other causes include vascular dementia, which happens when blood flow to the brain is blocked or reduced, often due to stroke or small vessel disease. There are also Lewy body dementia, where abnormal protein deposits affect thinking and movement, and frontotemporal dementia, which primarily affect behavior and personality in younger seniors. Some people may even have a combination of types, known as mixed dementia. There are several risk factors that increase the chances of developing dementia. Age is the biggest one. Most people with dementia are over 65. A family history of Alzheimer's or dementia also raises the risk. But there are many modifiable risk factors, meaning things we can control. These include high blood pressure, high cholesterol, uncontrolled diabetes, smoking, heavy alcohol use, obesity, and a sedentary lifestyle. Poor diet and chronic stress can also play a role. Research even shows that hearing loss in older adults is linked to faster cognitive decline, so protecting your hearing may also help protect your brain. Now let's look at some common habits that can silently worsen brain health. First, sleep deprivation. The brain clears out toxins during sleep, including those that contribute to Alzheimer's. A chronic lack of sleep can impair memory, focus, and judgment. Second, eating too many processed foods, sugars, and trans fats can lead to inflammation, which affects brain function. Third, a lack of physical activity reduces blood flow to the brain, starving it of oxygen and nutrients. Fourth, isolation and loneliness, often overlooked, can actually shrink the brain's memory centers over time. And fifth, not keeping the brain mentally active can also speed up the decline. Just like muscles, if you don't use it, you lose it. So what can you do every day to protect your brain? Start with diet. Eat plenty of vegetables, berries, fish, whole grains, and healthy fats like olive oil and nuts. These supports brain health and fight inflammation. Exercise daily. Even a 30-minute walk can improve blood flow to the brain. Stay mentally active by reading, doing puzzles, or learning new things. Sleep 7 to 8 hours a night. Stay socially connected. Call a friend, join a group, or volunteer. Manage chronic conditions like diabetes and high blood pressure, and avoid smoking and excessive alcohol. There are also natural supplements that may support brain health. Omega-3 fatty acids help build brain cell membranes. Turmeric contains curcumin, which reduces brain inflammation. Ginkgo biloba may improve memory and circulation. B-complex vitamins, especially B12, support nerve health and energy production. Green tea provides antioxidants that improve alertness and focus. And ashwagandha, an herbal adaptogen, may help reduce stress-related memory problems. Always consult your doctor before starting any supplement, especially if you're on medication or have other health concerns. If you or someone you care about is showing 2 or more of the symptoms we've discussed, and especially if they're getting worse, it's important to speak with a healthcare provider. Early detection can help slow the progression, provide access to treatment options, and give families time to plan for the future. There is no cure for most types of dementia, but early intervention can make a huge difference in quality of life. To wrap things up, dementia often begins with quiet, subtle changes, not sudden memory loss, but small shifts in how someone behaves, communicates, and interacts with the world. The earlier you notice these signs, the better your chances of managing the condition, supporting your loved one, and protecting their independence for as long as possible. With the right care, lifestyle changes, and support, many people with early dementia can continue to live meaningful, fulfilling lives. What early signs have you seen in yourself or a loved one? We'd love to hear your experiences. Drop a comment below and let's support each other in raising awareness.